Dusk cast a haunting glow over the city, shadows creeping through the narrow streets like whispers of the past. For Ruth, a retired teacher who had dedicated her life to nurturing young minds, this evening was defined by an unsettling anticipation. After years of estrangement, an unexpected message had pulled her back into a world she thought she'd left behind, a family reunion. The initial excitement quickly evaporated, leaving only a cold grip of anxiety. Ruth arrived at the designated meeting spot, a small cafe nestled between towering skyscrapers. The familiar scent of brewing coffee mingled with the bitter tang of uncertainty. She could spot the gathering families in cheerful clusters, laughter spilling out like the vibrant pages of a storybook. Yet, Ruth felt like a ghost, a fleeting specter lost in the past, yearning for connections that had long withered. The warmth of family had eluded her since the fallout with her children a decade ago, a painful rift born from misunderstanding and harsh words. As she waited, her mind drifted to a fateful day many years ago. Ruth had made sacrifices, pouring her heart and soul into her career, believing that education was her legacy. But in her pursuit of success, she had unintentionally pushed her children away, their eyes reflecting disappointment instead of pride. The memories were sharp, each one a reminder of broken bonds and missed opportunities. A sharp laugh pulled her from her thoughts. She looked up, her breath catching in her throat. There they were, her daughter Emma and her son Jake, standing across the street. They were almost unrecognizable now, their faces aging in ways that mirrored her own. Time had been unkind, but the pain of separation felt even heavier. Would they remember her? Would they allow her back into their lives? Or had too many bridges burned in their wake? Just as the sun dipped below the horizon, a chance encounter shifted the evening's course. In the cafe, an old colleague of Ruth's appeared, Mark, a fellow teacher whose laughter had always brought light to dull staff meetings. When their eyes met, she felt a flicker of recognition. He took a seat beside her, instantly sparking nostalgia. They exchanged pleasantries, but then Mark pulled out a small album from his worn leather bag. In the midst of their conversation, he flipped it open, revealing faded photographs of a younger Ruth, vibrant and full of life. "Remember this?" he asked, pointing to a picture of a school play, Ruth standing proud beside her students. But it was the next photo that made her heart race. A snapshot of Ruth's family, laughing together at a picnic, happiness radiating from each face. Ruth felt as though the ground had shifted beneath her, dredging up emotions she had buried deep. As she looked at the faces, shining with joy, she realized how far she had strayed from that ideal. This photograph was not just a memory. It was a warning, a stark reminder of the love she had neglected, the family bonds she had taken for granted. In that moment of clarity, Ruth's heart swelled with a mix of dread and determination. This was a pivotal juncture. She could either remain a prisoner of the past or summon the courage to reach out. As her nerves tightened, she made a choice. She would not let fear dictate her destiny any longer. With newfound resolve, Ruth approached her family, the weight of years apart pressing down on her shoulders but not dimming her spirit. As she walked, each step felt heavier, the ghosts of old arguments and bitterness trailing behind her. But she steadied herself, focusing on the faces that were so familiar yet so distant. Their eyes locked, and she took a breath, feeling the air thick with unsaid words. "I'm so sorry," she began, the sincerity in her voice breaking through the hesitance that had held her back for so long. "I let my ambitions overshadow what mattered most. I missed you both terribly, and I want to make amends." The silence hung heavy in the air as they processed her words. But then, to Ruth's surprise, Emma stepped forward. "We missed you too, Mom. It's going to take time, but we want to try." In that twilight hour, surrounded by the bustle of a city oblivious to their struggles, a new chapter began. The photograph had become a bridge, spanning the years of heartache and miscommunication. Ruth realized that reconciliation wouldn't erase the past, but it could build a future. As darkness enveloped the city, it was clear. Healing requires courage, a leap of faith into the unknown. Let Ruth's story serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder that life is too fleeting to allow misunderstandings and pride to dictate our relationships. Reach out while you can, for there may be no second chances. Embrace the messiness of love and family. It is always worth fighting for.